Okay, welcome back. Let's keep going deeper into the dungeon. Since the last video, I've sort of prettied up the dungeon map a bit here, put in the canteen, put in the blacksmiths, just to, I don't know, for the fields, make it look nice. I'm gonna keep going up here through the open archway. And finally we're getting a large room. So now this is special if you roll doubles when creating a room, except for a double 6. So double 1, 2, double 5. You have to re-roll the 2 dice and then add the 2 numbers together for each one. So we would now be adding 5 to each of these. So we'd have a 7 by 11 large room, which I'm gonna have to sort of see how big that would be. So that's 7 by 11. Hope I've counted that correctly, but I think I have. And what this means is now, instead of rolling on the normal level 1 rooms table, we roll on the level 1 large rooms table because they are kind of special and so on. But first, let's check for doors. 4, which means 2 doors, which fits quite nicely. Actually, well, I think I'll have 1 here and 1, why not, have it here. And this will be our room. Oh, smudged it there. Well, now I'll have to have a quick look at the level 1 large rooms table, which is not a D66, it's just 2D6 added together. And a room is large if it has 32 squares or more. So not necessarily if you roll doubles and then roll again, you're gonna get a large room, because you might roll like a double 2 and then another 1 and a 2 and you'll have like still a pretty small room. But in this case, so if you roll double 6s, you have 36 squares already, and in this case we definitely have more than 32 squares. Okay, that's a 7, which is a temple, which is unique. Exciting times. So I put down temple, and dark murals line the walls. Empty pews form 2 lines. Chandeliers loaded with lit candles hang above. Behind the pulpit stands a figure who attacks. Okay. Roll on L1R -1, which I think is the level 1 religious table, if I'm not wrong here. If I remember that. Yeah, level 1 religious enemy. So L1R -1 would be, let's see, 2 -1, so I think we probably got one of the easiest enemies, I'm not sure. A crazed preacher. Doesn't sound great. And I guess we just have to fight him if he attacks us. So I'll scroll down to the stats for him. He's got 4 HP. And looks like it's not too bad. So he needs a 4 and a 3, a primary 4 and a secondary 3 to actually do his wild scratch. And he has an interrupt on primary 4s, which we don't have in our maneuvers. So this should be fine. Ah yeah, round 1. we have rolled 2 3s, which with our 2 shift we can shift the secondary one down to a 2, doing a thrust, and roll for d6 damage, 6. Okay, so Crazed Preacher, no problem at all. Was a quick fight. 4 HP for us. I don't know what I did here last time. I think instead of adding the 5, so there should be 55 now, I believe. Getting closer, more than halfway there. And RPT1 as loot, which is the religious pouch table 1. Who would have thought? Which I gotta again find, but luckily this is all in alphabetical order and you can click on the links in the PDF, so I think it's probably quicker than scouring the actual book. So religious pouch table 1 is again 2d6 added together, which is a 6. Inside the pouch are some human teeth. Ugh. Guess I'll take them. Human teeth. Okay, and let's see if anything else happens just from our room itself. Again, I kind of messed up reading it out fully. No, I did read it out fully. Okay, nothing else, just the fight. It's got archways and it's unique. Okay, not that exciting, but we're getting a bit more of the level explored now because of the size. Okay, seems like the focus is off again. I think like that should be fine. So then, let's push on. I think we'll go around sort of the outside first. So I'll continue from this door. Ooh, another big one, but won't be a large. So 30 squares, 5 by 6. I'm gonna keep that sort of symmetrical with the archway. Let's see how many doors we have. 1. We'll have that just lead straight onwards, like I was sort of showing earlier. Okay, and now what will it be? A 4 and a 6, which is another canteen. But no, the canteen is unique, so I think we just roll again. We've already found a canteen down here, a bit smaller, but still a canteen. A 6 and a 5, these high rolls. An empty space, exciting. This cold stone space is bare and seems to have no function. There is nobody here or anything of interest. It's got archways and it's not unique. Great. I'll put down the empty space. I don't know if that really has any purpose, but I'll denote it and just keep pushing onwards. A2 and A5, and you see now these rooms can go pretty quickly if you don't have to fight every room and the rooms have 2 enemies like we had in the beginning. A fire pit room. No, sorry, I'm looking in the wrong spot. So this is a 2 by 5. Let's have it sort of go up and be like a bit of a broader hallway. Oh, no hallway, I guess just a dead end. Rolled a 1 there, so no doors. And now I get to roll for the room type. I was looking on the table already, so it's not going to be a fire pit room. It's going to be an apothecary. A table is covered in jars and bottles. Scrolls full of script are tacked to the walls. You must face the apothecary. If you survive, search a table, roll on POT1 and POT2. And it's got random exits. Well, it's not really of interest for us because it's not got any exits. But it's unique. And we'll be fighting the apothecary himself. And then roll on POT1 and POT2. Okay. Should be there. Ooh, 12 HP. I think that's the most HP we've had yet. I need to... Hope I didn't miscount that. 3, 6, yeah, 12. And he has quite a few interrupts and quite a few attacks, and he's even got some special effects. Okay, so I think we are now fighting the strongest enemy we've had yet. So he interrupts on primary 1s and 4s. I'll get in the character sheet quickly, which that doesn't concern us because we have primary 3 and 6. But he also does a glowing shield on secondary 2s, which will now be the first time that an enemy interrupt actually does something for us. So he sort of counters our thrust, and the glowing shield means he takes 2 less damage. So this will be doing d6 minus 2 damage in this fight, which is annoying. And he has got a fire bomb on a 4 and a 5, and a gas cloud on a 1 and a 5, which I don't want to be hit by those, I think. Okay, let's just crack on and attack him. Okay, 5 and a 6. We've got 2 shift. That's annoying. So if we go down to a 3 here, we won't have enough for the secondary dice, and if we go down to 4 here, we won't have enough for the primary dice, so that's a miss right out of the gate. Let's see what the apothecary does to us. A 3 and a 2, and he's got 1 shift, by the way, starting off, which, as I said, he always needs a secondary 5, so we can make this a lot easier just looking for that first of all, and we see he can't reach 5, so misses all around. 6 and a 4, perfect. Now this is a special case, I believe, because we rolled our maneuver exactly, no shift required. I believe that means we get to do a bit of a stronger attack by adding the shift we have to the damage. Now I would like to quickly check that. You might hear me furiously scrolling through the PDF in the background. Alright, I'm back. Took a bit longer than expected to find, but yes, so this is not a prime attack roll. That would be rolling 2 6s, just like the creatures can do as well. This is an exact strike because we hit the maneuver exactly. And as a demonstration of our prowess and skill, it does more damage. So, but it does exactly what I said. We can add the shift points, which are 2. So this heavy slash will now do d6 plus 4 damage, which is quite handy since the guy has so much HP. And of course, natural 1, but that'll still be 5 damage, which is a nice chunk of damage already. So let's let him attack back. A 1 and a 4. And now I think he can do something with that, right? So I said he needs secondary 5s. A 1 and a 5 is a maneuver for him, and he can definitely shift up to that. That'll be his gas cloud, which sounds nasty. D6 minus 2 damage, and it's got a special effect, which is I may not attack next turn, which is really annoying and kind of scary. But let's see how much damage he does first. D6 minus 2. Okay. No damage, at least something, but he stuns us. Which means we go into the next round of combat. I don't attack because I'm, I don't know, frightened, paralyzed, stunned, whatever, by his gas cloud. Make of that what you will. And he rolls a 6 and a 5, which sounds really bad again because it's got a secondary 5. But no, he needs a 4 or a 1 primary roll. And still only has 1 shift because we've not reached round 4 yet. So that'll be a miss, at least something. Okay, now this is taking a bit longer than I would like it to. Let's attack him back. We've shaken off the gas, I suppose. And we miss. Now this is what sort of the opposite of what I was talking about earlier. If I roll a double 1 on my attack roll, I always miss. And if I had rolled a double 6, it would have been a prime attack, which was what I was talking about earlier. So another miss. Let's have him attack again. Ooh, 5 and a 6, which he can convert because now he's got the extra shift because fight's going on a bit longer. So shift that down by 1, shift that down by 1. He's got a 4 and a 5, which will be the fire bomb. D6 minus 2 damage as well, but no stun this time. Ooh, but a nasty damage roll. So 3 damage. Grunko is not looking too good, down to 6 HP. Next round, more shift again. Let's attack back and hope we can do some damage. Yeah, our exact strike didn't really pay off that much. A5 and A5. Now that sounds good because now we have 4 shift total. So I'll be shifting that down by 1 and that up by 1. Again, I want to use the heavy slash if possible, always, because it does more damage, but our thrust is even worse because of his interrupt. But that'll be D6 plus 2, which is finally a good roll. 6 plus 2, 8 damage, which will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kill the guy. But definitely took some damage there. Only had taken 1 point of damage up to this point, so that kind of hurt. But he gives 35 XP, okay. So we're up to 90. Oh, I think all in all that was fine, if we find some way to heal. So we roll on POT1, and thanks to the room itself, the apothecary, we also roll on POT1 and POT2. Okay, I'm back and I'm excited because those tables I was looking for, POT1 and POT2, are potion tables, potions 1 and potions 2. So if I recall correctly, we get a POT1 from the guy and from the room, and then a POT2 from the room. So let's do the two POT1s first. A 1 and a 2, not great, but that's a potion of healing and another potion of healing. Okay, 1 and 2 are both potions of healing. So I'm gonna put those in here. Healing. Healing. And now for our POT2, a 6, a potion of finesse. Now I don't know what that does. Sounds like maybe shift in combat. I'll have to look those up. But I'm pretty sure I know what healing does. And we could use some. So I'm happy about those. Oh, nice, nice. So, very nice. Little part of the dungeon here. Sort of big and empty at first, and then the tough guy hiding there. Yeah, I think I'll stop here. We've got 3 rooms done. And I need to take a break. But I'll pretty up the dungeon again. Draw in all of the sort of details as I imagine them. And then we'll be back and maybe go looking around here next time. See if we can find another bit of good loot, or maybe another interesting fight. Or maybe even a stairway down. Okay, see you then.